Pledging is such an important part of WQED. It really makes up the majority of the money that we use to make sure that we can keep our radio and television stations in operation every single year. Every time we have a pledge drive, it's so important that we have new members call in, and really every dollar makes such a big difference at WQED.
I think WQED will survive and prosper just as it always had. We've always had good support from the community. The community values us. We were the first non-commercial educational station in the country. We were here before there was any PBS. We have an educational mission. We connect with the community, and we offer the community local programming that can't be found on commercial stations.
I learned how to play football by some excellent coaching and play with a lot of great group of guys, and I wanted my son to enjoy that same experience of learning how to play football through the organization that taught me how to play football. I met family through Steel Valley Midget Football Association by playing football, and it was a great experience.
Pop Warner came in and spoke to the midgets. They had given them basically a background of what Pop Warner was about, more so dealing with education, pushing academics more, and just teaching the game of football. Not so much wins and losses, but more trying to set them up so they can go further on.
First point of contact in terms of paperwork. So especially during registration, which last year we actually held it 2 weekends out of every month starting in February. So we are responsible for collecting the contract between the parents and the organization, the waiver. We require original birth certificates so that we can make sure the children are the right age.
When I came to the Steelers, my GPA went up to a 3.0 because I like playing football, and I want my grades to be up so I can still play.
This is volunteer work, and it can be very hard at times, and a lot of times it's thankless. But there are times when it is very rewarding, when we get good feedback as well as when we see the children progressing.
In a single household family, it seems like single kids that don't have their fathers and the ones that have their mom and dad, it seems like they act the same. One with a single household, only child, only kid, they make cry a lot, they want a lot of love.
Because people involve other people in their lives, like neighbors, aunts, cousins, friends, so the children interact with people because they interact with people. We really can't tell if it's one parent or two because the children are around their parent or parents' friends.
Protection and things just happening, and the male don't want to take responsibility, and the female end up taking care of this baby because she ended up getting attached to what's inside of her.
You know, it's hard nowadays. Kids is expensive. You know, but if you could, you know, handle your business as you can, I respect that.
Man, these young kids these days is so worried about just having sex, unprotected sex.